Treasure Valley cities are feeling the impacts of growth, especially smaller cities like Star, who 10 years ago maybe didn't foresee that they'd experience the levels of growth that they're seeing today.
Yeah, the city of Star has more than doubled in population since 2010, which is starting to put a strain on the city's infrastructure, as you can imagine. Tristan Lewis shows us some of the concerns the city is having and the plans they are discussing in the hopes to help solve some of these problems.
Yeah, Brian, with people concerned about the historic growth in the city, Mayor Trevor Chadwick says they're taking steps to slow things down. The city is working on a proposal to help ease the stress on infrastructure as it continues to grow. In Idaho, there is no escaping growth. City of Star Mayor Trevor Chadwick says they are no exception.
I mean, growth is coming, but we can manage that growth to be responsible style growth.
Star's population size went from just under 6,000 people in 2010 to nearly 15,000 in 2022, according to Community Planning Association of Southwest Idaho.
The growth itself has produced the biggest change.
Longtime Star resident Michael Keys says the city was off to a slow start when it came to planning for growth, but that's changed in recent years.
With the amount of planning and the staff that the city has added in the last 4 or 5 years, including getting a new mayor, the city of Star is far better prepared today than we were 5 years ago.
He says in terms of infrastructure, there is still some catching up to do.
The challenges that we're seeing on our infrastructure are primarily related to transportation and schools.
He says nearly everyone experiences the traffic impacted by growth, but what they may not see is the overcrowding in schools.
And the districts, I think, are trying to adapt as best they can, but if they don't have the money, they don't have the money.
He says there are talks about bringing in portables for students, and families living south of Highway 44 are already busing their students to Eagle schools.
And what we really need is a statewide solution. We need the legislature to do the work to create the ability for school districts to assess impact fees.
Mayor Chadwick agrees.
I think that should be a portion of solving the problem is making growth help pay for itself that way.
While that may take some time, Chadwick is looking to slow down the growth.
I mean, the one quick way to help alleviate some of these challenges we're facing is by reducing the available density to build on.
His proposal will further reduce how many units of housing can be on an acre. He believes doing so can better service the residents of Star.
But our city, I think, is at a junction and a stage where we want to think differently out there on how we grow.
And just to be clear, he is looking to reduce the densities in areas that have not yet been developed. Mayor Chadwick says the city is working with partnering agencies like the Idaho Transportation Department to try to bring money into Star to help with infrastructure like those roads. And city staff will bring this density proposal to council at a public hearing in June. Morgan, Brian.
Yeah, really important they focus on those roads because, as we know, State Highway 44 goes directly through Star. A lot of people going east and west through that town. And it's interesting, Tristan, in your video, you just see those plots of farmland slowly disappearing. But the difference, the opposition to density is sprawl. And so those will continue to disappear.
Right. Well, it's not just roads, it's the sewer, it's the water, and it's all the stuff that goes along with that. Police agencies, I should say.
I don't envy anyone trying to manage that.
Yep. All right, thanks, Tristan.